So back in 2019, I was a leaderboard player here on Hypixel. So in this video, I'm going to explain how I got to the number 8 spot here on the Lifetime Cookies leaderboard in Hypixel player housing. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and leave a comment down below how many cookies you have here on Hypixel player housing. So really quick, player housing is a place where people can make their own games, parkour, simulators, whatever they want. Back in 2016, I recorded my first video here on Hypixel, and it was player housing. It's been my favorite game ever since. So yeah, back in 2016, I made my first ever player housing. It was a quiz, which it was a quiz about my own life, so I don't understand how that would be fun for other people. Again, this was over 8 years ago, so I was like 13 years old. Players that join your house can give you cookies if they like. So right now I've got 10 cookies I can give. So if I right click this, I just gave this house 6 cookies because I have the MVP++ rank. So that house had over 3,700 cookies. That's not their lifetime cookie amount, that's just how many cookies they've gotten on that house just that week, because cookies reset every week. So I've got 48,000 cookies total on this account alone, but that doesn't mean I have 48,000 cookies on my active houses right now. I've only got like 100. So you really want your guests to give you cookies. So later in this video, I'm going to explain all of my biggest tips to get cookies very easily here in Hypixel player housing. And then a couple months later, I deleted that house because back then you could only have one housing slot. I deleted that house and I created a new one. And that new house type was Would You Rather. Would You Rather was my cash cow in Hypixel player housing. I got so many cookies from Would You Rather houses. And funny enough, right when I released my first Would You Rather house, the admin Plank joined it for like a half a second. I still have a screenshot. I wonder if I can find it somewhere. If I can find it, I'll show you guys. If not, then just trust me.
An admin just joined. Oh my gosh, he just left.
So my Would You Rather houses were very popular. I created one of them and it got over 1,000 cookies in the first week, which is really good for a beginner house. I deleted that one and I made an even better one. And if I remember correctly, I believe the most cookies I ever got in 1 week was over 11,000 cookies. So I know 11,000 cookies doesn't seem like a lot, but this was back in 2016 and 2017. Nowadays, you can get a lot more. Cookies reset a couple days ago, and this house already has over 8,000 cookies. That's a lot. So my Would You Rather house basically consisted of a bunch of very small rooms with 2 doors. So between the doors, there would be a sign saying Would You Rather, and then in front of each door, there would be Would You Rather do this, and the other one would say, or Would You Rather do this. So for an example, and in front of one door, it would say have a popular Minecraft server, and in front of the other door, it would say have a popular YouTube channel. So players basically had to decide which one they would rather have and go through that door. I know it's a bit confusing, so here's a clip from like 2016 or 2017. This is back when I was 13, so don't mind my voice, but yeah, here, enjoy it.
Would you rather own a sports car or a muscle car? Definitely a sports car. Would you rather be Superman or Batman? Superman.
So yeah, that's basically what it was. So I had the top house on player housing for at least a week or two, and I believe the most players I had on at once was like 117, which doesn't seem like a lot now anymore, but again, this is back in like 2016, which I mean, right now the top house only has 97 people, so I guess 117 was quite a bit for back then. And I made this Would You Rather house so fun. Like, there wasn't just Would You Rather. Like, eventually when you finished, there was parkour, there were like skin competitions, there was like a whole like interview area. I had so much, I just kept expanding it, and this was back when plots were very small, so I had a limited amount of space. And so one of the biggest tips that I can give you guys is to thank people when they give you cookies. So if a player joins your house and eventually gives you cookies, say thanks and their username in the chat. This will basically let people know that you're thankful for the cookies and will remind people to give you cookies. And also, if there are people in your house and they're not giving you cookies, just say thanks for the cookies in the chat. Don't say anybody's name. So in my Would You Rather house, I had a Would You Rather question. Basically, in front of one door, it would say give cookies, and in front of the other door, it would say the exact same thing. So it kind of made people feel like that they had to give cookies just to continue, so this was just free cookies. There are multiple new ways to encourage people to give cookies on Hypixel now in 2024. So for an example, there can be a cookie goal. So for in these parkour houses, you can set up a cookie goal, so whenever that cookie goal is met, you get a free skip. So for like a simulator house, whenever a cookie goal is met, you can give players coins or something. And so for my house right here, I have it to where if people give this NPC cookies, they get the VIP rank for free in my house. So I basically set this up so people click this NPC with actual cookies and they give me cookies, but really what they need to do is open this chest, get the cookie item, and click this and they'll get the VIP rank. Because Hypixel made it to where you can't give stats or ranks or anything with actual cookies. only the actual like Minecraft cookie item, if that makes sense. So you might be wondering, how the heck was I number 8 on this leaderboard? Number 8 has over 600,000 cookies, and I have 47,000. Well, if you're new here, this is actually my second account. If I go over here and if I click on friends, you can see Discord link had 67,000. That was my main account. So if we add up 67,000 and 47,000, that's around 115,000 cookies. So back in 2019, when Hypixel added a housing lobby and created leaderboards, people didn't have nearly as many cookies as they did now. So I was at number 8 with like 60-some thousand cookies. I don't know the exact amount. I have a screenshot which I'll put up on the screen. So even though I have like 114,000 total cookies, that's nowhere near top 10 anymore. So for an example right here, this guy has 132,000 cookies, which puts him at number 52. So 114,000 would be at like spot number 70. So I wouldn't even be top 50. And the reason why I'm not even near the top 100 anymore is because, well, my account got hacked. I don't have that account anymore. That's why I have this new one. But also because housing has evolved so much over the years. Back in like 2017, there were only parkour houses. Now there's a lot more. So that's why when I created my Would You Rather house, it was the first of its kind. So that's why so many people joined it, so many people loved it, and I got so many cookies from it. I even had a lot of staff members ask me to create their own houses for them, from literally helpers to mods to admins. I helped them create their own houses. And so now I create simulator houses. Right here, this guy in the chat said he played on one of my simulators. I've created a lot of unique simulators, especially my YouTube sims. So that I know of, I was the first person to create a simulator around YouTube. So people can come here and create their own YouTube channel. They can get subscribers, views, cash, all of that good stuff. It's basically YouTuber's Life, the game on Steam, but in Minecraft. You can hire editors, you can go camera shopping. I mean, there was a lot. You can work for different companies. And then I ended up creating a second version of it. This was just a newer and improved version. The buildings were a lot nicer and everything was just more polished. It was the same type of style, same type of thing. You can deliver merchandise. You can purchase new cameras. You can have your own apartment. Each apartment did different things. So the first apartment allowed you to read or respond to comments hypothetically. The second one allowed you to receive fan mail, and this one allowed you to live stream. And as you can see right here, over 13,000 people joined this house. I got a lot of cookies from it. Another one of my houses is a literal Skywars remake. And you can see your stats over here. This is literally Hypixel Skywars. It's basically identical. And don't tell anybody, but Rank Skywars, it's almost released. I'm bringing back Rank Skywars. And there's leaderboards. I mean, this is a literal Hypixel Skywars remake. You should check it out. And even better, I remade Hypixel, like the main lobby. There's different games. You can join all of my houses and more games right here. I'm not going to go in depth right here because I don't want to make this video too long, but yeah, it's a Hypixel remake. Here's another house that I don't really know what to do with. I built this with a friend. It's one of the murder mystery maps. I don't know what to do with this yet. I might just save it for Christmas time. And something that hasn't been shown before, I am working on a business simulator. Business sims were kind of popular like last year. Someone made a couple of them. Here's another one. It looks really nice, and I'm not going to show too much of this. And lastly, I'll just show you the scoreboard. Look over there. Subscribers, views, cash. I wonder what this could be. So yeah, that's my best explanation of how I got to the lifetime leaderboard here on Hypixel Player Housing. I just created something new. There were no Would You Rather houses back in 2016. I created one and it became really popular. And I used my little strategies of thanking people for the cookies, which got me more cookies. And in this era of player housing, I created the first ever YouTube simulator. So what am I gonna make next? I don't know. Again, I have a few projects in the works right now that I just kind of showed you a little bit there. I don't know. We'll see how Hypixel Player Housing evolves in the future, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed them, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Let me know down in the comments how many cookies you have. Join my Discord server, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.